Students going through the program, if they have the experience of working with labs in the classroom, they can immediately come out the next day and apply those skills on the job, which is a tremendous value to the industry and to the elevator constructor themselves. When
I started off, there really was no labs. They had a meter, and that was it. And and they taught you out of a book, and you really got your training on the job.
Most elevator constructors like the hands-on stuff. They like to apply what they're learning. The book work is great, but to actually get your hands on and work with things and tinker around with things, it's like a kid in a candy store.
You always heard you learn more on the job site than you ever learn in the classroom. Well, now you're getting that opportunity that you're learning in the classroom what you would have learned on the job site.
And today, the labs and the tools that they have to work with are incredible.
And without that type of experience in the classroom, we don't add as much value as we possibly could. The Rail Lab is a valuable tool to have in the classroom. To be able to see it, to be able to put it together, to be able to actually visualize physically what's going on in the hoistway. It lights that bulb and it gives those guys the connection between what's going on in the text material and what actually happens out in the field. Pipe and wiring is a skill set that you have to have going through construction, certainly in repair as well. If you have enough time to put in to practice doing pipe and wiring, it is a valuable skill. Line Starter Lab really connects the dots with regard to how your configurations are in the line starter. Those configurations are typically wired in the factory, and we as elevator constructors never have the opportunity to wire them. Here you do. You understand the relationship between the two of them and how to reconstruct those in the case of a repair. The Peely Door Lab is a very important piece of equipment. Troubleshooting a freight door can be problematic if you don't understand the different components that are in there and how they relate to one another. Having that type of a lab in the classroom will really answer a lot of questions before they hit the job and before they get themselves in harm's way. The valve simulator is a great tool to have in the classroom. It really takes away any of the angst that an elevator constructor has with regard to touching a valve, tuning a valve up, adjusting it properly. Being able to understand what the relationship is between the adjustments that they're making in the car and the way it's running. And it's a skill set that we need to keep alive in our trade today. The benefit of the virtual training allows the individual to be submersed in an atmosphere where they're actually troubleshooting on the job site. They're actually getting in with a computer, performing the steps, walking through the environment, understanding the relationship between a machine room, a car top, COP inside the car, and to be able to test their skills in troubleshooting. With the virtual escalator lab, having the opportunity for the students to actually get into, watch run, see the relationship of all the components in an escalator is invaluable. This gives them the opportunity to actually run the equipment, to take it apart, to put it together in that virtual world.
This industry is always changing. With the technology changes, we're going to have to adapt to those different technologies. And if we don't, we're going to fall behind.
NEIEP is getting us to that level. NEIEP is there, and they keep on coming up with new ideas, and those new ideas and that new technology is going to keep us at the top of our game.
Welding certification has become very important. Some states require a certified welder on specific jobs to be able to go in there and to set brackets and beams and so on and so forth. And it's something that's needed to be taken care of before you get on the job and before the job itself is stopped because you don't have that skill set.
I'm sure the companies look at you and they're saying, oh, that guy's certified as a welder. I got to have him. I'm going to take that guy. It's an advantage to get your certification.
We've got a lot of pressure from outside trades to have a scaffolding cert. Very important to do it correctly. The safety of the people that are working on or around the scaffold is extremely important to our trade. A lot of people have a tough time rigging and signaling. They don't fully understand the dynamics of it and the math that goes behind trying to figure out how to rig properly. And signaling itself, trying to get the proper signals to the operator to get some equipment up on a roof perhaps. High rescue training is required if you're going to work in the windmills for the power generation. It's a segment of our trade that a lot of the companies are going after, and you have to have that type of training in order to work in the windmill itself. Also, there's some high-rise requirements in various states that are looking at that high rescue training certification before you can get in our own hoistways.
Any certifications that you can put in your back pocket to take with you to work, or as we like to say, put in your toolbox, they help. Not only the members, but it helps the employer, because you get somebody who's trained in all the different aspects of the job, and that's really what we're about in the elevator industry. We do a little bit of everything.
Now you got all these different labs, and it takes us to a whole nother level that you can really accomplish whatever you want to accomplish in our industry.
I think the only thing that holds you back from learning the skills to make it in this trade is yourself, because the availability today, either online or in the classroom, is incredible.
Keep on taking those continuing education classes. Take every class that NEIEP is offering you. To me, it's a gift. It's you know, all it's going to do, it's going to better you and better your family.
We should always be continuing to upgrade our skills and fine-tune our skills, make us more efficient, better craftsmen, and obviously that's what we sell to the employers, and that's what we're about.
Because I truly believe we are the best, and not only is NEIEP the best, our membership is the best. You know, we have the most educated members out there.
As technology changes, we will continue to update our curriculum using any avenue that we possibly can to bring more value to the program, to the elevator instructor, and to our trade.